Bloomberg reported last week that Bitcoin climbed to $125,689 on October 5th, setting a new all-time high. This beat its previous record from August and came alongside strong performance in U.S. equities. According to Yahoo Finance, the token cleared $125,700 during trading, and investors have been calling this the Uptober phenomenon. October historically performs well for crypto markets. What's particularly interesting here is that CNBC reported Bitcoin gaining safe haven status during the recent government shutdown. That's a major shift. Traditionally, people flee to gold or government bonds during uncertainty. Now some investors are treating Bitcoin the same way. Here's why this matters for your business, even if you don't own any crypto. When Bitcoin performs this well, more people want to spend it and use it. If you've been considering accepting cryptocurrency payments, now is the time to set that up. Your customers are more likely to actually use it when values are rising. But here's the real opportunity, and this is critical. You don't have to invest in Bitcoin to profit from crypto. Think about what people need during a crypto boom. Tax preparation for crypto earnings. Regulatory compliance advice. Educational content explaining how it all works. Security services for protecting digital wallets. There's a lesson from history here. During the California gold rush, most miners lost everything. But the people selling pickaxes, shovels, and supplies to the miners? They made consistent money regardless of who struck gold. Be the person selling the tools, not gambling on finding gold. That's where the reliable money is. Now here's a story that should make every business owner pay attention. According to CNN Business, hackers targeted a UK engineering firm called Arab with a video deepfake scam. A finance worker joined what he thought was a video call with his company's chief financial officer and several other staff members. Everyone on the call looked real, sounded real, acted real. They were all deepfakes, AI-generated fake people. The worker was convinced to transfer $25 million. Let me repeat that. $25 million lost because AI-generated fakes were so convincing that an experienced finance professional couldn't tell the difference. This happened earlier this year, but CNN just reported on it again this week because these attacks are accelerating. According to reporting from multiple outlets, documented financial losses from deepfake fraud exceeded $200 million just in the first quarter of 2025. We're now well into October, so that number is certainly much higher. The World Economic Forum interviewed Arab's chief information officer about what happened. He said the deepfakes were sophisticated enough to fool trained professionals who interact with these executives regularly. If it can happen to a major engineering firm with security protocols, it can happen to anyone. Here's what you need to understand. This isn't just about video anymore. CNN noted that hackers can use audio deepfakes, video deepfakes on Zoom calls, even fake text messages that match someone's writing style. They're targeting businesses specifically because that's where the money is. What you need to do immediately: set up a verification system for any financial request that comes through phone, video, or messaging. Even if the person looks and sounds exactly right, you need a backup verification method. This could be a pre-agreed code word that changes monthly. It could be texting a known phone number and waiting for confirmation before acting. It could be requiring an in-person signature for transfers over a certain amount. Pick something and implement it this week. If you have employees handling money or sensitive data, train them on this today. Make it clear that it's not only acceptable, but required to verify unusual requests. even if it feels awkward or disrespectful. The World Economic Forum's report emphasized that the biggest vulnerability isn't technology, it's human trust. These scams work because we trust people we recognize. Now let's talk about the business opportunity here, because it's massive. According to multiple cybersecurity reports, small and medium businesses are desperate for help with these threats, but most security companies only want to work with large corporations. There's a huge gap in the market. Bitdefender launched a national awareness campaign this October called They Wear Our Faces, specifically about AI impersonation scams. Banks are scrambling to develop detection systems. But who's helping the local restaurant owner, the regional law firm, the small manufacturer? If you have any background in cybersecurity or tech, you could build a profitable business just helping small companies protect themselves. Not by selling them enterprise-level software they can't afford or understand, but by teaching them practical protocols, helping them set up basic protections, and doing regular security check-ins. Many business owners know they're vulnerable, but have no idea where to start. They don't need a corporate security department. They need someone who can explain threats in plain English and help them implement simple, effective protections. That could be you. The numbers back this up. With over $200 million lost to deepfake fraud in just one quarter, and that number growing, demand for accessible security services is only going to increase. This is a real, sustainable business opportunity. Speaking of AI, let's talk about the bigger picture of the AI industry right now. There are concerns about how the AI boom is structured. The major players, OpenAI, NVIDIA, AMD, are all deeply interconnected through investments and business deals. Money circulates between them, which can make the industry look bigger and healthier than individual companies might be. Why does this matter to you? If you're thinking about starting an AI business, understand what you're competing against. You cannot build your own version of ChatGPT. You don't have billions of dollars and thousands of engineers. But here's what you can do. Build specific solutions using their tools. When the iPhone came out, you didn't need to manufacture phones to succeed. You needed to build a useful app. Same principle applies to AI. Be specific and be practical. Don't add AI to your business just because it's trendy. Find a real problem your customers have. Figure out if AI can solve it better than current solutions, and then do the math on whether it's actually profitable. The big AI companies try to do everything for everyone. That creates gaps. If you deeply understand a specific industry, restaurants, construction, healthcare, whatever, you can build AI tools that solve problems the big players aren't addressing. Your advantage is understanding your customers' actual needs, not having the most advanced technology. Let's look at the broader economic picture because it's actually encouraging. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq both hit all-time highs recently. That's the stock market telling us that investors are confident about the economy. When investors are confident, they're more willing to fund new businesses. If you're planning to raise money for a startup, conditions are currently favorable. But here's an even better number. Startups globally are growing at 21% per year. That's massive. Entrepreneurship isn't just surviving, it's thriving. Certain types of businesses show particularly strong potential right now. Web design, social media management, and mobile app development all have strong demand. These aren't overnight success stories, but they're real service businesses you can start without huge capital investment. Here's why this moment matters. Sometimes the economy only rewards big, established companies. Other times it only rewards risky, high-growth startups. Right now, both are doing well. That means you can build a sustainable, normal business and still find customers and funding. This won't last forever. Markets move in cycles. But right now, conditions are good. People are spending money. Investors have capital to deploy. The economic headwinds are relatively mild. Practically, what does this mean? If you've been planning to start a business, don't wait for the perfect moment. This is a good moment. If you're already running a business, consider investing in growth. Hire that person, upgrade that equipment, launch that new service. Let's recap the key stories and what they mean for you. Bitcoin hit a record high of $125,689 according to Bloomberg, even gaining safe haven status during government uncertainty. Instead of speculating on crypto prices, look for business opportunities around it. Provide services that crypto users need: tax help, education, compliance, security. Be the person selling the pickaxes, not digging for gold. CNN and the World Economic Forum reported on deepfake scams that have cost businesses over $200 million so far this year, including one $25 million loss from a single video call scam. Set up verification protocols immediately for any financial request. Train your team. And if you have security knowledge, there's a massive underserved market of small businesses that need help. The AI industry is dominated by huge, interconnected companies. Don't compete directly with them. Use their tools to solve specific problems in industries you understand. Make sure your business model is actually profitable, not just riding hype. Market conditions are strong. Stocks are at all-time highs. Startups are growing at 21% annually, and capital is available. This is a good environment for starting and growing businesses. Focus on creating real value for real customers, and use this favorable window to build something sustainable. That's it for today. Stay informed, think critically, and remember, the best opportunities often come from solving problems that others create.